Hello everybody. As maybe some of you knows, I'm a big fan of role-playing games and especially Dungeons and Dragons and the first edition Advanced D&D. And for the purists, this series of titles made by Strategic Simulation Incorporated, named Gold Box because of the color of the boxes, is still the best you can have to play Advanced Dungeons and Dragons using the real rules of the game. And there was almost 10 titles made with this engine, and you can bring the characters from one game to another, and this is the first of the Forgotten Realm adventures, and this is Pool of Radiance. Then there is Curse of the Thurbones, Secrets of Silver Braids, and the last one is Pool of Darkness. Then another Forgotten Realm set of adventures like Treasure of the Savage Frontier and Gateway to the Savage Frontier. This is the first, this is the second, and then we had 3 titles based on Dragonlance. All these games were ported to the Amiga, so we have a chance to play all these titles on Amiga, but the latest used 256 colors and Sound Blaster capabilities, and on Amiga the version was inferior. But this latest title, called Unlimited Adventures, didn't came out for Amiga, and this was a pity because this was like a construction kit for Gold Box Adventures and created a big community of users that made a ton of modules for these Unlimited Adventures, like hundreds of modules, from classic titles like Keep on the Borderlands to Tomb of Horrors and the Temple of Elemental Evil. And the crazy thing is that if you watch in the manual and want to create some new art for Unlimited Adventures, you have to save your pictures in the ILBM format. That is the format used by Deluxe Paints for Amiga. So this one never came out for Amiga. We try to run it on an Amiga using an emulator. So let's see what you can do.
You can go to this site, fua.rosedragon.org, and here you will find every adventure and a program called UA Shell that can be used to download ACAD modules. ACAD modules are modules that uses more features than the one included in Forgotten Realms Unlimited Adventures. So ACAD modules are more flexible and many times are better models. Okay, then we use Novacoder port of Dosbox. Dosbox is really slow on any Amiga, so if you don't have a 060 machine, you better try using other emulators. But Dosbox is good because it's the only one who emulates Sound Blaster. So with Dosbox you have a slower emulation, but more compatible and easy to use. You have to configure this Dosbox conf for especially for the keyboard, you have to set the keyboard of your nation, because it opens on an American keyboard, I think, and so it's not usable. And the keyboard is, yes, this one, keyboard layout. To set it to Italian, the right choice is ET142. And then there are some parameters that you can adjust for having a better fluid emulation, like the framescape and especially a cycles is a cycle fixed. This one, this value can go up to 3000, but I see that lower cycle fixed number we set here, more fluid is the audio emulation. Let's try to open Dosbox.
Okay, Dosbox opens as a DOS shell. It includes some minimal DOS commands. You have to mount the C unit with the drawer on your Amiga. So I have my games in work Dosbox. Then I go to C, and there are my PC games directory, and I installed games from there. And the installation created a UA directory, so I go to UA, okay, and I maybe start with UA, no, start, okay. As you can see, this uses a Sound Blaster emulation, not the PC speaker. And then we have our Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Unlimited Adventures running on our Amiga. I think this program, okay, asks for protection. Okay. After typing the password, we can select a design. Here there are a couple of examples. This Here's to Skull Craig is an adventure to play. Okay. Now I can try to load a saved game. There is a game A. Oh, yeah. And then we can begin adventuring. The members of the caravan which the party has been accompanying cite with relief. And yes, it's pretty slow, but it works on 256 colors and with the Sound Blaster emulator. So for this kind of games, I can see that Dosbox is really cool. That's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed, and ciao e alla prossima.